Gran Turismo is indeed a racing game where you drive mostly Japanese cars. But right now that's besides the point. This game, along with Fast and Furious, along with watching real racing legends like Dale Earnhardt and Ayrton Senna,
and if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver,
are the main reasons why a majority of Zoomers are big-time car guys. It also spawned a giant generation of JDM weebs such as myself. And also a fun fact that probably no one but myself cares about is that Gran Turismo is the most successful PS1 game of all time. The Final Fantasy weebs can suck a big fat one. So for a game like this, it doesn't necessarily have a storyline, but in this case, I'll make one up right now. So when you start the game off, you're essentially a wannabe nobody incel with no car, no driver's license, and no bitches. And you spend most of your time window shopping and staring at all the cars you could never afford. Yeah, Dale Earnhardt and Ayrton Senna are your heroes, but you are most certainly not their heroes. But what you do have is $10,000 in the bank. You know, things aren't that bad after all. Instead of spending all that money on the Twitch thought of your choice, you head down to your local Toyota dealership and buy yourself an AE86 Sprinter Turuno. Initial D intensifies. But before you do anything else, you have to get a driver's license. Or should I say driver's licenses. That's because you need the A license and the international A license in order to do anything in this game. And you make your instructor fear for his life.
Listen to the call! Sammy, please listen to the call! You have to turn the wheel, Sammy. Fast, medium, left. Oh. Sammy, you are wrecking the car!
So now you're eligible to do something in the game. So there's 4 main championships you have to win. Yeah, I know there's other races that you can do and all that bullshit, but since I'm on a fucking time constraint here, all those things right now are irrelevant. The first championship you do is the Sunday Cup, a series made for dumb, softy, slow pussy drivers such as yourself. There are 3 races in this series, so 2 races is all you have to win. So we start your very first race in Autumn Ring Mini. Put all of that incel anger on the track, hombre. Let's go racing. So after you manage to win your first race, you realize that all this racing stuff is actually quite easy. So the last 2 races, you beat the competition like they're your bitches.
Max Verstappen wins.
You win the Sunday Cup and win the winner's jackpot. So now that you have all that extra money, you make your way down to the auto parts store and turn your car into a fucking spaceship. And now it's time for the Clubman Cup, another series with 3 races, but with rival drivers that aren't slapstick pussies. In the first race, you have a battle with a blue MR2, slap his ass out the way and perform the most wacky overtake ever and win the race. And the Subaru WRX gets dead last with a 4-second margin.
Scoreboard! Scoreboard!
You do the same thing in the other 2 races, fucking sending it on the back stretch of Trial Mountain while completely ignoring track limits and harassing the blue MR2 and win the Clubman Cup, earning all of the monies. Then you decide, well, to hell with the 86, I need something faster. So you head down to your local Nissan dealership, ignore this, and then you buy yourself an R33 Skyline Jeter. Then you give the auto parts store the jackpot of a lifetime, buying every single thing that they have. And now, it's time for real competition, the GT Cup, a 4-race series filled with cars that are fast as fuck, but not fast enough to at least keep up with your Jeter, as you send it on the main straightaway of Special Stage Route 5, and then once you reach Trial Mountain again, you follow track limits, almost die from sending it a tad too much.
Sammy, you are wrecking the car! Shut up!
And the only competitive car you face in these races is a blue Honda NSX. But it doesn't really matter because you'll fuck off right into the distance as soon as you make the overtake. So you win all the races, win a ton of money, win the championship, and for all of your hard work, you win a brand spanking new Toyota Chaser race car.
Great!
But now, it's time for the final championship, the GT World Cup. A series that consists of 6 races with 20 of the best drivers in the world. 6 actually, just 6 drivers is all there is. 6 of the best drivers in the world have come to compete to become the GT World Champion. And since you have a shitload of money, there's only one car that would do the job.
It is showtime! Our Saturday night fight is 5 lights away! And takes victory at the season opener of 2023. But who's your championship leader? Who takes the final lap on the last tour to maintain the championship lead? The Street Fighter's done it again, but surely one of his most satisfying victories. We are witnessing something that no one has ever seen in the entire history to take the all-time record.
And after 5 of the most grueling races of all time, it all comes down to this. The final race of the championship, Special Stage Route 11. May the best driver win.
And it's lights out and away we go! Into the hairpin we go now. Hamilton leads Bottas, leads Perez. Oh, and there Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton almost coming together. As they make their way around the final 2 turns, it's going to be hurting his tyres a little bit as well. We're going to have 1 lap of racing to decide the championship, and we have got 3.2 miles of racing action all the way to the checkered flag as the crowd roar the drivers on to the final lap of this race. Down the back straight, he's got a slipstream, he almost touches Verstappen, they almost make contact into turn 9, Verstappen stays ahead. Of all the drama, of all the controversy, of all the magic moments, it comes down to this, and at this moment, it looks like it's going to go the way. It's champion of the world.
And you've done it! The race is over! What started in controversy ends in controversy, with Team Subaru having mental breakdowns all over the world, but all that does not matter. What does matter is that you are the world champion of Gran Turismo. Yes, I did it! The credits then start rolling and you drive off into the sunset with an even brighter future ahead of you. Now surely, this game wouldn't turn into a franchise and spawn a bunch of sequels, right? Holy shit.